Often be if I was, feeling nervous about something or doubting something, I'll feel her just give me a bit of a...
This is a great passion for me, acting. I absolutely love it, and I love my job. And in order for me to be able to do it with a full, open heart and a clear mind,
Prince Harry stormed off The Late Show. No goodbye, no explanation. What pushed him over the edge? Sources say it was Kate Winslet's unexpected on-air move that left the entire studio in shock. Was it personal? Or a silent message to the royals? Stick around, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Prince Harry's appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert was supposed to be just another smooth media stop. He had done this before, especially during his press run for his memoir Spare. But something about this visit felt different from the very beginning. Before the cameras even rolled, a moment happened offstage that would quietly steer the entire knife in an unexpected direction. According to sources close to the production, Harry had requested a brief meeting with fellow guest Kate Winslet. Nothing formal, just a quick hello in the green room. But Winslet declined. She didn't offer a reason. She didn't suggest a later time. She simply said no. For most guests, this might not seem like a big deal, but in this case, it meant more. Harry, after all, wasn't just another celebrity.
I don't think that we can ever have peace with my family unless the truth is out there.
He was once a senior royal, and this quiet refusal from one of Hollywood's most respected actresses hit differently. Was it just a scheduling thing, or was there an underlying message in that decision? That moment, small as it seemed, planted the seed for what would unfold later on stage. A seed that would grow into one of the most talked about late-night incidents in recent memory. Kate Winslet has always been known for her directness. She's a celebrated actress, not one to play into unnecessary titles or hierarchy. She's long expressed her belief that respect should be earned, not handed down. Now place that attitude beside Prince Harry's unique position. He stepped back from royal duties, moved continents, and yet still carries the weight and the title of royalty. It created a quiet but powerful clash. Some observers say Winslet's refusal to meet him wasn't personal. Maybe she didn't want to get drawn into royal drama. Maybe it was simply a boundary, but others believe her choice hinted at something deeper, a statement about the changing role of royalty in places like Hollywood. In earlier times, meeting a royal would have been an event, but Winslet's action suggested that, to her, titles don't automatically demand respect. Spirit, I mean, it is a long time ago, and yeah, but Sultan also feels very much like yesterday, and in today's Hollywood, that idea is becoming more common. Success here is tied to talent reinvention in what you bring to the table, not what you're born into. Harry, caught in the middle of that cultural shift, may have felt that silent judgment, that perhaps at that moment, he wasn't Prince Harry anymore. He was just Harry, and not everyone was impressed. The show started off just like any other. Prince Harry sat beside Stephen Colbert, smiling and relaxed. The conversation was light, peppered with jokes about California life, cultural differences, and tea. British cliches that always get a laugh. Colbert, ever the entertainer, poked fun at Harry's new lifestyle. No more servants carrying your tea? He joked. Carrie played along. Nope, Eve days I make it myself. The audience laughed. Everything was running smoothly. Then Kate Winslet entered the stage. The applause was immediate. An Oscar winner joining the set. Colbert, sensing an opportunity for humor, delivered the line that triggered everything. Titanic royalty meets actual royalty. It was meant to be harmless. A clever play on words. But Winslet responded in a way that stopped everything cold. She looked straight ahead and said calmly, "I think we're all equals here, aren't we?" That single sentence sent shockwaves through the room. The crowd quieted. Perry's face changed. He no longer looked amused. He looked unsettled. Was it a challenge, a statement, or just an honest opinion? Regardless of intention, the moment shifted the tone of the entire show. The friendly banter disappeared. The casual charm was replaced by visible discomfort. Colbert moved quickly to change the subject. The energy had shifted, and everyone could feel it. Something deeper was going on. When the cameras went dark for a commercial break, something happened off-air that has everyone talking. According to several insiders present during the taping, Prince Harry leaned in and said something quietly to Kate Winslet. It wasn't a long conversation, just a few sentences, but the tone was unmistakably tense. Some say Harry asked her directly if her remark was meant to be personal, if she had intended to dismiss his title. Others believe he confronted her more firmly, expressing how the line had felt like a public jab. Winslet, according to those same witnesses, remained composed. She didn't back down. She reportedly responded with clarity, standing by what she said on air. There was no apology, no awkward deflection, just a simple explanation that, in her view, everyone on that stage was equal. Harry, however, didn't seem satisfied. The rest of the break was quiet. The crew avoided eye contact. The atmosphere was tense. When the cameras returned, Harry smiled, but it looked different, more forced, less natural. He answered Colbert's next questions, but the spark was gone. It was clear whatever had been fed during the break had unsettled him, and moments later, the most unexpected thing of all happened. Prince Harry left the studio before the show ended. No wave to the audience, no handshake for Colbert, no behind-the-scenes photo with the crew. He simply got up and walks out. This kind of exit is incredibly rare in television. Most guests, even after uncomfortable moments, stick around. They greet staff, chat backstage, maybe take a few quick photos before heading out. But not Harry. For those working on the show, it was a surprise. One crew member reportedly said they've never seen anything like it before. Meanwhile, Kate Winslet stayed behind. She thanked her team, she smiled for photos, she even paused to speak with fans gathered outside the studio if the media didn't hold staff. And Harry hadn't even made a statement yet. The walk-off, whether planned or impulsive, had sent a message, one that viewers were left to interpret on their own. But it wasn't just the press reacting. Within hours, the internet was in a frenzy. As the episode aired, clips began surfacing online. By the time the show wrapped, the moment had already gone viral. The clip of Winslet saying, "We're all equal here," was reposted, dissected, and memed across platforms. Viewers paused and zoomed into Harry's reaction. They analyzed his expression, his body language, even the way he adjusted in his seat. Comment sections became battleground. Supporters of Prince Harry rushed to his defense. They called the comment unnecessary, arguing that Harry had done nothing to deserve the perceived disrespect. Some insisted that regardless of his current role, he still carried a title and deserved acknowledgement. But Winslet's hands fired back just as strongly. They praised her composure and called her words a breath of fresh air. To them, she wasn't attacking anyone, just speaking the truth that many quietly believe. Was this moment just a clash of perspectives, or did it signal something deeper about how people view inherited status in today's world? The internet couldn't decide, but one thing was clear. This wasn't just a late-night moment, it had become a cultural flashpoint. And at the center of it was a man still trying to find his place between two worlds. Not long ago, being royalty was enough to command instant admiration, especially in Hollywood. Decades back, celebrities would have rushed to meet a royal guest. Titles carried prestige, protocols were followed, etiquette mattered, but over time, things began to change. Much of that shift started with Princess Diana. She didn't just follow royal rules, she broke them. She connected with people, embraced vulnerability, and showed the world that royals were human too. Her openness changed how the public viewed the monarchy, and by extension, her children. Prince Harry, in many ways, has followed that path, moving to California, stepping away from formal duties, and embracing a new life far from tradition. But here's the problem. Hollywood plays by different rules. Here, same isn't inherited, disearned. Longevity comes from reinvention, hardware, and relevance. Titles mean little if they aren't backed by results. When Harry and Meghan first arrived, the excitement was massive. Deals with Netflix, interviews with Oprah, it felt like a fresh chapter. But interest has cooled. Some projects didn't land, some audiences moved on, and now, as this Colbert moment proves, the welcome mat is no longer guaranteed. For the first time, Harry isn't just navigating royal expectation. He's facing the high standards of Hollywood, and it's not an easy set. Prince Harry has said he enjoys the ordinary things in life, dropping his kids at school, taking walks, enjoying freedom. To most people, those are daily routines, but for him, they're new experiences, free from protocols and rigid schedules. He's worked hard to build a life away from the royal bubble. But even in California, the title follows him. People still call him Prince. Media still link him to Buckingham Palace. Interviews still focus on his family, not his future. And that's the heart of the issue. Can Harry ever fully step away from the shadow of royalty? Has Harry truly become his own person, or is he still defined by the title he walked away from? As viewers, we're left watching in real time, wondering what his next move will be. Tell us what you think in the comment. And if you're curious about what happens next in this unfolding story, make sure to subscribe. You won't want to miss what comes next.